Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to Therapy with Miss T, where I'm Miss T, and I got a message for you guys, okay? So, how are you all doing? As always, I hope you are blessed, safe, and well. This is Therapy with Miss T, where we keep it real, raw, and uncut. But as always, I'm not a therapist. I'm intuitive, so I pick up on the energy and the messages from the Most High. If you've helped one, you've helped some. So, I hope that this message helps someone. But, yeah, guys, so the Most High came through, and the Most High said, praying for your enemies, okay? Praying for your enemies. So there's something around this time, guys, like when I say to pray for your enemies, like it's time to really pray for your enemies, right? And when I say pray for your enemies, in a sense, I mean in a sense like really praying that they find happiness, right? Really praying that they find peace, really praying that they find joy, really praying that they find their thing that they love to do in life, really praying for your enemies, right? And why I say that in a sense is because that's why there's sometimes your enemy, because they don't know their purpose, they don't know their calling, they don't know their thing, they haven't found it. And sometimes when someone hasn't found their thing or their calling or their purpose, they hate on someone who has. They hate. And that's why I say to pray for them, because if they find their happiness, they may not hate you so much. If they find their joy, if they find their peace, they may not want to be your enemy so much anymore. Pray for your enemies. This is a time or a period or a season in your life where you really are going to have to or want to, or maybe start, you have free will. You don't have to do anything, but maybe start actually praying that your enemies find that peace, that they find that happiness, that they find that thing that they're missing on the inside, right? Pray for them. Because honestly, at the end of the day, it's their soul that you're praying for. The soul. Because it's the soul that ultimately you want to save. Save. Someone is saving, or someone is being saved, or they're saving their soul. At the end of the day, we have free will. The Most High gives you a chance. But at some point, there's only but so many chances you will receive. And there comes a point where you have to realize that this is for real. Are you going to change your soul, or are you going to burn in the fire? Are you going to let your soul burn for all damnation? For all eternity? Repetition. Isn't that what they say hell is? It's repetition. Doing it over and over and over again, and it never ending. Can you imagine? All the boxes just fell and the cats jumped. Okay? So there could be something that's about to fall. People might jump. Because at the end of the day, guys, there's something around this time where this is Therapy with Miss T, where we keep it real, raw, and caught. Is someone getting caught? Thank you, Spirit. Someone's getting caught in something, or there's something about being caught. Someone feels like they got caught, or there's something someone has gotten caught in. Okay, this could be a lie. I'm hearing masquerade. Thank you, Spirit. I'm hearing masquerade. So someone may have been... My phone's getting too hot again, so I'm going to have to go up towards the... Okay, let's do it like this. But I'm hearing masquerading, okay? So there could have been someone that was trying to masquerade or act as if or come off as something, right? Because if you think of a masquerade ball, you have the mask, right? On your face, so you can't really see who is underneath, or you can't really see the person for who they truly are, right? Because they're masked. So there's something around this time where the Most High is saying there's someone that was trying to masquerade or come off as something that they weren't, or they were wearing a mask, right? And there's something about a lie or someone getting caught in a lie around this time, right? So that's why sometimes you want to pray. Wow, I'm hearing that. It's like my messages are coming together. Thank you, Spirit. I'm hearing that the boy who cried wolf. Yeah, this is heavy. I'm hearing that the boy who cried wolf. And remember in the story, in a sense, with the boy who cried wolf, he was actually asking for help and calling on people and saying things, but at that point in time in his life, he didn't really need it. But then it was like when he really, really needed it, no one listened. No one believed, because he had already used up all of his chances, in a sense, right? No one believed when he was really crying wolf. So there's something around this time where maybe you or someone is really crying wolf. And there's something where maybe someone didn't believe, or someone doesn't believe someone anymore because they've already used up all their chances. There's something here about a lie. And that's why I'm saying to pray. Someone could be really getting caught in something. That's why I say to pray for your enemies. Pray for them. I don't know what my cat. She's like spazzing out all of a sudden. So there could be someone really upset or something about spazzing out. Be mindful of an altercation or someone that is upset. I'm hearing Fast and the Furious. So be mindful. I don't know if this is about driving, if this is someone that drives fast cars, or if there's something about an altercation or someone's upset. Be mindful, okay? Especially of an altercation around this time. I don't know why I'm picking up on a vehicle energy. So I don't know if this is someone that drives fast, or if there's something about outdoors, vehicle, cars. Be mindful. I'm really being drawn to something heavy. It's heavy. I'm hearing shootout. So I don't know what this is about. I don't know if there's something about shooting. I don't know if lifestyle. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. This may be something about someone's lifestyle or lifestyle changes. Or there's something here about a shootout or someone's life that might be changed through this shootout. I don't know what this is about. I hope this is not someone getting shot. I really hope not. But I'm picking up on that energy. And this is Therapy with Miss T. I'm intuitive. So I get visions. I get prophecies. And, you know, sometimes it's of things to come, past, present, and future. You got to use it in your discernment. But there's something here where I feel like be mindful if someone drives, or there's something about fast cars, or there's something about too fast and furious energy. Like, I'm hearing show off. Thank you, Spirit. Someone may be showing off, or someone may have showed something off. Be mindful, right? Sometimes, guys, you can't show so much because you have people around you or people in life that might be jealous or become jealous of what you may have, what you may acquire, what you may have worked hard for to receive. There are people that will be jealous and upset with you for that. So be mindful, because there could be something about someone trying to get upset, or an attack, or someone just being really catty, okay? And my other cat is hissing. So yeah, this could definitely be something here. I don't know if this is a fight. I'm hearing brawl. Thank you, Spirit. This could be a brawl. I don't know if someone gets into an argument or a disagreement, or someone wants to have you in some sort of altercation. So be mindful around this time. Just let go and let the Most High. Pray for your enemies. Pray that they find peace. Pray that they find love. Pray that they find the Most High. Pray that they truly find the Most High before they really lose their soul in repetition for eternity. That's what they say hell is. And I can almost overstand and understand. I feel like I've experienced hell for the first time, if ever, after COVID, right? Like, that's when everything just started crumbling down. And, like, I feel like I now know, if I never knew what hell is, I know it after this last year of my life. The last 2 years of my life. I really know it. And if it's anything like the last 2 years, then I don't know. You know, it's definitely a place I don't want to be. For all eternity. No. So there's something around this time, guys, where just know that there's something going on where it's time to pray for your actual adversaries, your enemies, your opponents, and the people that try to rise and come against you, because it's forgive them, for they know not what they do. And they really don't, because it's the spirits within them that are reacting. It's the spirits within them that want you to react. But when you can understand and understand that, and know that it's truly the principalities of darkness that you are fighting within these people, then you need not to react. Just let go and let the Most High handle it. That's why he said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. They don't know what they're doing. Anybody that comes against you, and not to say that you're perfect, not to say that you won't make mistakes, not to say that if you was a real child of God, right, you would what? Email someone, write them privately, not try to out them in that kind of way, right? You would try to do it if you was really, really concerned about the person. I don't know why I feel like to say that. So this could be for someone. Maybe there's someone that tries to out you, or there's something about being outed, or someone tried to do something. I'm hearing scandalous. Thank you, Spirit. So someone may have tried to do something. And whatever this is that someone tried to do, it was scandalous. Maybe someone tried to say something about you. Someone tried to tarnish your name. However, whatever the story goes. But they say the truth shall set you free. So as long as you always stick to your truth, you will always be set free, vindicated. Thank you, Spirit. You will be vindicated. And the Most High does vindication. Why? Because the Most High is judge and juror. The Most High sits high while we sit low. So if you know this and you understand and understand this and remember this, then you know that at the end of the day, you should pray for your enemies, because it says he has a wrath. It says he has a side of vengeance. And it says that, it is his, thus saith the Lord. And why I say praise, because there are going to be consequences for going against children of the Most High. There's going to be consequences. That's your father. And sometimes if you think about it in a sense, like a parent who always somewhat apprehends you, like really, really gets you in place. Your father. Sometimes it's your mother, don't get me wrong, mothers turn up. But when you really, really need somebody to put the fear in you, it's your father. That's how it was in my home. My dad was the one that was always giving out the whoopings and stuff. And if you did something out of place, my mom, she got her licks in. Oh, she got her licks in. Oh, she did on me. Miss T stayed getting popped in the mouth. Boy, that was my mother's favorite thing real quick, because she always said it was my mouth, right? My mouth was going to get me into trouble. That's what she always told me. And it's crazy that I actually grew up to use that very thing she always told me was going to get me into trouble. And now people listen. They listen. And there's something around this time where someone is listening to you now. They're listening. But there's something where just know that it's just like your father. Your father will be sometimes that authoritarian person that comes in and says, okay, I'm taking control. Now you have to get into line. And usually by the time your father is involved, you good. You don't want it with your dad. Usually, right? Sometimes you try to get buck up on him like, you know what? I'm over it. But you usually don't want it with your dad. Well, it's the same with the Most High. That's usually the one you don't want it with. And usually, eventually, you what? You say okay. Or you go through the consequences, right? It's Therapy with Miss T. We keep it real raw and uncut. You had some consequences in our house. I don't know about other people's houses, but we had rules. We had rules and regulations, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. Why? Because it gives you structure. But you also have free will to raise your children however you want, But in ours, we had rules and regulations. And there was structure. And usually, if my mother couldn't get through to you, then my father put you in your place. That's what he did. And that's what your dad does as well. The Most High will put you in your place to remind you that he is your father. He created you. You didn't create him. He knows the plans before you know the plans. He's already there before you're there. So you could never try to big up or get too big or be bigger than God. What happened? You see how that played out for Satan, right? He got kicked out. So there's something around this time where just know that the enemy will get kicked out. The enemy will get put out and get put in its place. And the Most High always has your front, your back, and your sides. So pray for your enemy, because there will be consequences for what they have done to you. But if they can still find grace and mercy through those consequences and save their life and save their soul, then you did what your purpose was to do on this earth and on your mission. To bring the Most High's children home. We are all children of God, even our haters. Even our haters. Even the people we don't like. But see, we forget that sometimes. Because sometimes we think we live in our egos, that we're high and mighty. But there's only one true Most High. And it's the one that created you and had you incarnate in this lifetime to be exactly who you are and to be the person that you've become, but to know that you can have a future and a prosperous life as well. Jeremiah 29:11. For he knows the plans to prosper you and give you life. To give you life. So you can have life at any age. You can have life. And he can give it to you if you stick to the plan. And if you pray for your enemies, that not only shows humility to the Most High, but it shows that you truly, truly, truly want them to save their soul. Pray for your enemies, because sometimes the consequences and the burdens that they have to bear, it's more heavier than you could ever imagine. You don't get away with doing black magic. You don't get away with doing spell work. You don't get away with doing witchcraft. You don't get away with sending people attacks. You don't get away with putting people on demonic altars. You don't get away with that. You don't get away with it. You don't. I don't know if people thought that, you did, but you don't. The Most High see all, know all. He knows your heart. He knows what you're going to do before you even do it. He's the Most High. So there's something around this time where just know that your enemies will never get away with the things that they have done to you or tried to do to you or even said about you. But it's letting them go in peace and praying that they really find it. And see, people may think I'm crazy for saying these things, but it's real. We are battling in a spiritual warfare. And you're not fighting these people. So it's the spirits in them that sometimes go to do those things. Send spells. Try to block your money. Try to take your husband, your wife. Try to stop your life from being what it's supposed to be. Try to look into your life. There are people that will look into your life to see what your outcome, your end all be all is for you. Right? But it says that the Most High know the plans. So the enemy will never know the plans for your life. They'll only be able to assume because it's the Most High. And there are people that have tried to do certain things to you, look in on your life, send you spell work, send you spells, do spiritual attacks to you. There are some people that have done these things. This may have even been family. This may have been friends. This may have been people close to you that you would never think. Right? There's a lot of people that never thought they would pick up tarot cards. And a lot of people did. You would never think. Right? So just because you wouldn't do it, doesn't mean somebody else wouldn't. Pray for your enemies. Because there are some people that have done some things and sent some things your way. And they're going to need prayer. It's getting hot. They're going to need prayer. So that's the message. And that's what the Most High said around this time. You may actually just start wanting to pray for your enemies. Because they're actually going to need prayer. Because there's going to be consequences for their actions. But through these consequences, they will find the Most High. They will get saved. That's what you pray for. That they actually find God. Pray for your enemies. It's time to bring His children home. It's time to wake up and know who your dad is. It's time. You don't get forever at this thing. You don't get to think that this is you get every chance. No, there's going to be a time when that's time. That's it. It's a wrap. So it's time to bring His children home. And it's time to pray for your enemies. And that is the message. That's what I got. So as always, guys, this is Therapy with Miss T, where we keep it real, raw, and uncut. But I am not a therapist. I'm intuitive, so I pick up on the energy and the messages from the Most High. If you've helped one, you've helped some. So I hope that this message helps someone. But yeah, guys. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you for rocking and rolling with me, Miss T, on another episode of Therapy with Miss T. But If you need help, get the help that it is that you need. There's nothing wrong with therapy. And yeah, so just pray for your enemies around this time. Pray for peace, you know, and pray that people actually find what they're calling and their purposes so they won't hate you so much for yours, right? That's what we would hope. That's all we can say. But until next time, and as always, guys, what we tell them, guys, we tell them, namaste.